I'm not saying I'm Polish, from the ground to the knee, just like my mother to her navel. Never says she is Polish, just as my granny denies she has a Polish accent. I'm not saying I'm English, just because I was a child on that island that withdraws and withdraws. Homesickness, a hammock I no longer fit in. I don't say I'm Dutch, too tall from hormones they inject the cows that nobody touches anymore. High from their chemicals, shit through the throat if they are not slaughtered straight away to make them grow fast and cheap. No one knows what hormones look like. Do they have calluses, excess growth or tendrils inducing breasts? I don't say that it is only mlek or rolling on my tongue that betrays my throat. You can rock in it till the sickness unmoors a ship that doesn't wait for me. So follows now is a list of things I can do. There's many things I cannot do, but I decided to concentrate on things I can do. I can tell a number of stories about where I'm from. While I am telling them, they are true. Where was I when I was in England between two languages, afraid of my own mouth? Even people who live in the countryside dream of life in the countryside. I have seen them with my very eyes. What am I to do with the hills that roll and the man who hesitates who went to mow the meadow? Where do I come from? I don't know. I only find the beginnings of an answer in this place that is not my mother's or her mother's mother's mom. I am at the verge of, I am at a verge, I am a verge diverging tongue. I can speed along the motorway in pouring rain with children in the back seat and sing so loud so as not to think of a wrong movement that would shut us up all at once. That my voice is unreliable like the windscreen in which with a crack a star appears with lightning bolts that clinch shards together. That I don't know the song, I make up words that don't fit the rhythm. I take a gulp and don't look back to avoid the star that branches on the foreheads of the sleeping children. That I am not the song. I can eat fish and say I'm a vegetarian because I no longer eat any chickens or pigs or sheep or cows. I like to look the animals in the eye, but they don't respond when I get off my bike and utter a sound. There is only one sleeping boar that recognizes something in me. I mustn't wake him, dance on my toes because of something heavy that had best stay out of sight. Only a few more things I can actually do. I can clasp a watermelon on the back seat like a globe and not go on about the head and how it is split. The meat bruised the half skull shaking in my hands. While the car bumps along a dirt road, I hold it upright in my lap so that not everything splashes over the rim, checking in the rearview mirror if I make a good impression. Are you sure you don't want any meatballs in your soup? Shall we start up a commune for like-minded? Like-minded? Like-minded lumps in my stomach. Question, are those seeking homes welcome here where 3 families would live comfortably? Move up a bit. Maybe you'll eat some of the boar our neighbor shot especially for your visit. The meat has been in the marinade overnight. There is also lamb that's more tender. I see myself freeze in the butcher's window between the naked meat, the blood of which collects in puddles on metal dishes with decorative edges of Baroque tableware from an age that still tries to determine something, but which is no longer understood. I shut my eyes when my mother finally says no to something else, and the butcher asks, does she like sausage, looking at me, and I think he means my mother, who smiles at me and encouragingly, and I say yes and force a thank you through death that rests like a pink slice in my mouth, a big unutterable I. I don't want to think about my mother's egg cells, which I must have too, and whether they lie heaped up like skulls in catacombs, or if they jump and whirl and roll down the fallopian tubes with a yell. And when I no longer have any daughter, where will the rumors go? We are all red inside the hollow pelts, and somewhere there's a heart that skips. Thank you.